I'm Natasha from Dan's Modelworks, and I'll be starting my 9th kit, which is Monogram 64 Mustang 2+2. This kit was made in the mid-80s. I hope this will not be a reoccurring event, but I'm building this kit for another school project. I have roughly 30 days to build this kit, but it's another exciting challenge. So, as you can see, I've done a lot of progress since the last time I recorded. I think that was the intro. So, but like I've just been busy and I kind of just forgot, but it doesn't really matter. So, the body is just getting prepped for spray painting. So you can see where I sanded and filed and cut off all those flash. And I put these, like the air vents on. You had to glue them on so you can kind of see how they went on in there. So that's just getting ready to be spray painted, probably tonight. So one of the first things you do is the frame, right? So I completed the frame, I think. I might have a couple more things to add. But, so that's painted. And you can kind of tell, maybe, that most of this was already on there. Like, most of this frame. Like, it just came on, it just came glued on there, right? Like, molded on there, kind of like in a snap together kit. And I glued on this and that, right? So, it can be kind of hard to paint that, but I think I did a good job with that. The engine is mounted on there already. I did these little bits gold, and then I call it the frying pan thing. That's also gold. I'm going to put that on later. So, the interior is also almost done. So, I just have to touch it up a little bit. And because it's a bucket, I don't really like when it's a bucket because it's hard to paint and you just can't reach in there. But, so, for the interior of the seats, I used this Model Master Dark Sea Blue. Also for the wall bits, right? The outside of the seats and the floor are actually the same color, but it's hard to tell, right? So the seats were medium blue. You can see that's light, and it's a bigger bottle, so you know it's old, and with all that stuff on it. And then for the floor is another medium blue, which is a smaller bottle, so you can tell it's newer, and it's also darker. Like, that's a big difference. So I just thought, why not? They're different shades, it will look good. So, for the walls, it was this color. It's a Humbrol, so you can't really tell on the cap, like most paint bottles. So that was for the walls. And then that light color on these bits surrounding the walls kind of thing, the doors, was duck egg blue. So I thought that would look nice. You can kind of see like the paint strokes, but that happens with thicker paint. So that just needs to be touched up a bit. Now, the dashboard is almost done. It's like the interior. I just had to touch it up a bit, especially with that duck egg blue. That's still a bit shiny. I think I'll leave it like that though. It's okay. The steering wheel, I still need to mount, but it's basically all painted. That horse symbol, right, if you can see that. I was originally gonna try to paint the stripes, but I'm like, no, that's not possible. You won't even see it anyway. The seats are mainly done as well. I'll just need to glue them on. The wheels, I'm happy with these wheels. So they're pretty shiny, right? Because all of this is chrome, and then that's flat black in the cracks to, you know, add detail. And then that's flat red in the middle, just, you know. So I was originally going to use this panel wash to try to put in those cracks, but then I'm like, that's not working because it's kind of hard to not get the chrome, and it's really hard to touch up chrome because there's not really a right paint color for it. Also for the interior, you can see these window winders. We didn't do it the normal way. Well, Dad helped me. We like molded them, but that's a separate video we did together, so you can check that out. So I did reference to a book for my project and just to see what the colors were, and it's actually Dad's book, so this is Dad's book that he let me borrow for my project. So this is the book that I mainly use for research because it goes through the timeline of the Mustang, and it was really helpful to me. So when I was trying to think of a color for my Mustang, I was thinking, well, generic red and, I don't know, green, right? Highland green. So I was just thinking, well, I want to do it kind of different, but that was still popular. So I was looking, and I decided on, let's see, this color right here. Kind of a pale baby blue kind of mix. So, like, we were trying to find this shade in, like, Testers and Tamiya because that's the kind of paint I like, and my opinion is it's easiest to use for me. But we couldn't find it, so this company right here has a lot of different shades, so we kind of found the right color, if you can see in that photo. So that's the paint I decided on. So you might be wondering where the body is right now, or the frame. So it's not here, but these parts are. So that's the color I was painting my car. So, but then I guess I was spraying it too fast. As you can see, I totally messed up. It's all, like, not covered anymore. Cause when I was spray painting it, I was leaving enough time in between coats, but each time I put paint on, I would put too much on, so it was starting to run and disrupt the detail, but we caught it in time, and I had to wash it off and all, and that's why all the paint's, like, gone. So I'll just have to redo it and wash it again. So progress has been made, and we've run into a problem. So these didn't come with a bag, or in a bag, so they're a bit scratched up. So that's front. But these two are the real problem because they're in two pieces, right? So I'm going to use Dad's help, and he's going to hold it. Hopefully line it up right. And then I'm going to put some glue, and then it will run down here, and that will get it fixed, and then I'll have to polish it up. So, it's finished after about 20 days. And I have about 10 days to spare before the fair I need it for. For a 30-year-old kit, I'm happy with how the parts have fit. This kit didn't come with a lot of decals, nothing for the dashboard or interior. The license plates are decals, but I chose to cut them off the decal sheet and white glue them in to make them look more solid and realistic. I didn't use the stripes, but I'll save them for the future, in case I ever need stripes for another kit. I messed up with the rear view mirror. I used super glue rather than white glue, so it clotted up. But now I know not to do that for the future. Besides, the big crack in the rear window attracts your attention the most. Unfortunately, I could only polish and clean the window up, but I'm happy with the result, considering how it was. I wanted people, mainly the fair judges, to be able to see how much work goes into modeling and went into this model, so I built a prop rod, which leaves the engine in full view. It's not glued in, so I can remove it at any time. Here I have the first model I ever built, the Revell Snap Together 2010 Mustang. For my project, I touched up the paint on it. As you can see, the two Mustangs are roughly the same size. It's interesting to see how cars have changed in the last 50 years, especially the Mustang, which is still in production since its 65 debut, which is the whole point of my project, to see how Ford's Mustang has changed and survived through the years.